guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Aisha Evergreen. I'm back. It is time for technically my date to plant out is April 10th. Today is April 7th, so it's just a few days. I will not be planting out right away. However, I do need to get all those plants on the inside of my indoor greenhouse. I need to get them outside so I can harden them off. This week we're pretty much in the clear. We have one day where it may drop down to like 43, and I have a solution I think that will hopefully keep them alive, but I don't think it'll be too bad. For the most part, I will be putting all of my plants over here to harden off because it's underneath our deck, so it's shaded. You get a little bit of sun in the morning, but for the most part it's protected. So I'm going to let it sit out here for a couple of days and then eventually move it out so I can get a little more sun, and then they're going out to the garden because I'm ready to get this stuff out. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys one last view look of how my plants are looking inside the greenhouse, my indoor greenhouse that is. I started my seeds back in January, and I've basically been babying them for about 4 months now. So I'm ready to go ahead and get them out, and yeah, so we can get them out like in the raised beds. But anyway, let me go ahead and show you guys what I'm working with, and then we're just gonna speed this up so you can see me struggle to put everything out here right over there. All right, let's get into it. All right, y'all, so this is the final look of everything being inside of my indoor greenhouse. I'm ready to get it out just because, you know, it's kind of large. So it's gonna look a little bit different once it's all outside on that table. But yeah, some things will actually be inside of my greenhouse. The things that can fit, I'm gonna put them in the greenhouse. But I'm ready to go ahead and turn all these lights off. They're LED, what have you. I don't expect there to be they're LED lights, so it's fine, but I just still want to go ahead and turn it off because, again, like I said, I started my seeds back in January, so they've been going for a while. Hopefully I'm not making the big mistake by bringing all of this stuff out, but I'm ready to get it out. I'm so anxious, so anxious to get it out. So the big things will be out on the table and everything, and protected, and then the smaller things that could fit inside of my greenhouse, if I can find shelving for it, then that's where that's gonna go. But anywho, let's go ahead and speed this up. I'm gonna put you on a time lapse so you can see me get every single thing out of here. How long y'all think it's gonna take me? It shouldn't take me too long, right? I think I'm gonna start with the small things in the greenhouse, and then we'll go from there. All right, y'all, so I am down to my last tray. So this stuff will be going into my outdoor greenhouse. I don't really have shelving for it, so I'm just gonna find somewhere for it to go, likely on the floor, or the ground. I have this tray, and then I set aside another tray to go inside of the outdoor greenhouse. So let's go ahead and speed this up so that we can put that in there. Oh my god, I must say though, first, before we get into it, I keep looking at my hand, or like itching a little bit, because I'm growing stinging nettle for the first time, and honey, they sting real bad. Like, it itches a bit. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with this. It's me like, oh, I'm just gonna try to grow something different. Ugh. So I need to find what I need to do with this, because already I ain't liking it too much. I literally pulled up every single rose that was on my property because I didn't like thorns. We're gonna see how long this lasts. But yeah, anyway, let's put everything inside the outdoor greenhouse. All right, guys, so I officially have everything out of the house. I have a few things here in my outdoor greenhouse and then many things underneath my deck. So let me show you what's in the greenhouse, and then if I have a little bit of room, I'll probably squeeze in a few tomatoes in here just because, just to be on the safe side. But let's see. So like I said, I don't really have shelving in here like that. I mean, I have this, but there isn't much space on here. So right now I have my zinnias, I have a donated aloe, I have my sweet potatoes up there. That's where I was getting all of my slips from. Down here I have moringa, I have Jamaican sorrel, I have my spinach, so a few sweet potato slips down here, and then some flowers there. And then over here I have more Malabar spinach. I have that itchy stinging nettle. I have ginger. What is this? This is my sweet basil, so I just watered it a little bit, so that's why they're drooping, but I need to make sure that's there. And then my single ground cherry, I'm gonna make sure that is right here so I can see her. We have squash. This squash was actually started out here, and it's been fine. So that's why I feel safe putting everything else out here. So I have my squash. I have not sunflowers, I'm sorry, strawberries that I started from seed. I have yarrow. I have amaranth, like a little singular amaranth there. I have some oregano I need to do something with. I have Swiss chard and hyssop. Anise hyssop, or hyssop. Yeah, anise hyssop over there. And again, yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, and I have dahlias and borage all down here. Honestly, I could probably take those out. They'll be fine. I planted a few dahlias out and they've been doing fine. So I probably need to just go ahead and pull those out and make space for more of my heat loving plants. But this is basically what I have in my messy little outdoor greenhouse. So let's go ahead and review everything that I have on my tables underneath the deck. All right, so underneath the deck here, I have all of my tomatoes and peppers. So it just feels good to have these out. And the only thing that I noticed that I lost was a large what was this? A large cherry tomato. That's what this was. It was literally dead and I didn't even notice it, probably because of the way it was, where it was tucked into the indoor greenhouse. But anyway, that was one casualty. But everything else seems to be fine. I'm just gonna come through and water a few things that looks really dry. But other than that, this is where they're gonna be, you know. I kind of hung some of the longer tomatoes because I don't have anywhere to really like stake them or trellis them. So I just hung them over this chair in hopes that, you know, it'll just give them that support until I get them where they need to be. This is a whole tomato right here that's leaning over and it's pretty thick. I actually want to move all of them and just kind of rest them along the sides of this chair here. So that's what I'm gonna do. Sorry, y'all. I feel like I'm all over the place. Just because I'm just trying to... I just put everything out here because I just needed to get it out. Got my peppers. They seem to be happy. Oh my gosh. While I was moving my tomatoes, because I was thinking to myself like, oh, I haven't noticed any... Like, to think that I've been having these tomatoes going for these 4 months or so, I haven't noticed any flowers. But that is not true. There was one or two that I noticed some flowers on. Not necessarily that I need the flowers right now, but here it is. But yeah, see, we got a few flowers coming in. This is my super sweet, I believe. No, this is a honeycomb tomato. But yeah, so I don't really care for the flowers being on it right now, but I did notice that. But yeah, hopefully I can get it out soon or plant it out soon, because this one, it bent a little bit. I don't know if y'all could see that. It's still intact, but it bent a little. So I'm probably gonna rip those lower leaves off and plant it deeply in hopes to save this honeycomb, because I do have another honeycomb back there too, but it isn't nearly as the size of that one. And if I have to chop it, that also works. I could probably chop it off now and stick it in the soil, and that way I have two. I don't know. But yeah, y'all, this is what we got. This is what we're working with. This is how we are going to harden off our plants. I've done it this way before. So I'm going to do it like this again. And we should be good. I'm ready to plant out. I'm so ready to plant out. Just to keep everything out of my basement and just allow my beautiful plants to flourish. But yes, but thank you guys so much for taking the time to hang out with me while I harden off these little plant babies. I cannot wait for you to go along this journey with me as I grow and grow these beauties behind me. I'm just super excited. I hope you're having a great day, and if you haven't already, or if you're interested and you like what you see, if you don't mind, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out, and it's just so I can reach other beginning gardeners like myself so I can show you guys that if I can grow, so could you. Let's grow together. Let's stay locked in, guys. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.